everyone. It's the Catholic CEO, Henry Kutarna. Just a few ideas today. 5 ideas, actually, for what I would call a year-end tune-up. We're coming to the end of the liturgical year. Definitely, Advent starts soon. We're coming to the end of the calendar year soon as well. So for your Catholic business, 5 quick ideas. Number 1, if you have a store or a shop, take a look at your layout, how you present your product, how you arrange things for visibility, how you do lighting, how you do signage, how you do a welcoming atmosphere for the customer. How do you make it simple for the customer to come in and look around and feel like they want to stay and check out all of your products? I was in a store the other day, a Catholic store, and I understand the high cost of rent and lease, but the tight aisles, the fact that everything is stacked to the ceiling doesn't work. It doesn't work because it's annoying and it's intimidating for the customer. So let me throw that one out. So item number 1, store layout, signage, and just your overall appearance and the welcoming atmosphere for your customer. Number 2, if you have a home-based business, my year-end tune-up idea is to take a look at all your branding and marketing, labeling, branding. What is your image? Does it need refreshing? Is it adequate? Is it good? Is it Catholic? Is it appealing to your customer? It's standard stuff, but this is a good time of year to take a look in our home-based business to the tune-up idea of checking out our branding and marketing. Number 3, cost control. I hope that you're starting to use spreadsheet analysis to rank all of your expenses in declining order and do simulations on those. Increase them, decrease them, increase them by certain percentages, decrease them by certain percentages, and simulate the effect on your total financial statement so that you can understand the impact of your costs. Now, we're in a high inflationary environment. You've heard me say before, don't believe the official numbers that governments tell you because they are incorrect. What you want is your inflation. That's your cost items compared, let's say, this moment now in time to 1 year ago. What did your items do? Did they increase? By what percentage? That's your rate of inflation. So take a look at your spreadsheet, rank your costs in declining order, and then simulate some cuts to them. 10%, let's say, or actually to the rate of inflation. Whatever your real rate of inflation is, simulate cutting your costs by that amount. And that at least allows you to stay even. We'll talk about revenue in a second, but on the cost side, try a 10% simulation and then go to the simulation percentage that's your real rate of inflation and see what you have to do to cut the costs. And then, of course, what do you expect me to say? Do it. Cut the costs if you can. This is the challenge of business. But let's combine that with idea number 4, revenue analysis. Same thing. I hope you're doing spreadsheet analysis on the various products you have for sale. Rank your revenue per product in declining order and practice running scenarios on this. What happens if you raise your prices 10%, let's say, or 5%, or if you raise them by the rate of inflation, your real rate of inflation? And what if you do a combination, cut costs by a certain percentage and raise prices by a certain percentage? Well done, carefully thought out, but done in such a way that the combination keeps you ahead of inflation. At this moment in time, with a recession looming, my hope for you is that you at least stay even, that you're still beating inflation and trying to keep total revenue and total cost in the same place that they are. And of course, I want you to do better than that too. But hopefully, if you do this combination of cost control and revenue analysis, you can get something done. When I talked about revenue increases, simulations, let's make that real. So what I would propose to you is near year end, or even early in the new year, Do some short, sharp tests of price increases. Do a moderate price increase or a moderate price increase. What you're doing there is you're learning the famous economist's concept of the elasticity of demand. Sounds technical, the elasticity of demand, but it's a simple concept. For every dollar of price increase, you're going to drop some customers. Some people will not want to buy, right? That's the concept of elasticity of demand. And the same thing works with cost cutting. If you cut your costs by $1, then more people will buy because it'll become more affordable. That's also the concept of elasticity of demand. So my hope for you is that you learn that one concept now, because it's a powerful tool for every business person, Catholic business person particularly, because you're going to do some combination work on cost cutting, revenue increasing, and you're going to do these short, sharp tests of, let's say, pick three areas to test, 3 products where you will test a price increase quickly or a price decrease to see how much total revenue increases. And if you do these tests on an organized basis, and you'll use what economists call, I'm an economist by training, we call it comparative statics. In other words, make one change and then see what the result is. Because you can't make 3 changes and the net result that'll happen, you can't then identify which one of those changes actually caused that result. So let's do comparative statics. Do short, sharp tests, one at a time. Do 3 tests. You have time. Do that, and you will learn valuable lessons about your business, and you may make some progressive, smart moves on staying ahead of inflation and still caring for your customer and loving your customer. Finally, idea number 5 for the year-end tune-up Catholic business, Catholic identity. Let's take a look at our signage. Let's take a look at our labels on our product. Do we know that we're Catholic? You have to do this in balance, I understand, but make sure that there's a Catholic identity to it. That will help your customer. It will help you because you're demonstrating your faith. In public spaces, in your workplace, if you have a boardroom or a meeting room or a reception area where the customer comes in, then you will want to make sure that there are visible signs of Catholic faith there. And you know what we're talking about: crucifixes, icons, beautiful Catholic art, even posting the 10 Commandments. I'm urging people to defy the world by posting 10 Commandments inside your building. It's your private space. You have every right to do that. And so consider Catholic identity review in your premises and on the front door and on your signage and on any advertising that you buy. There are ways to do Catholic identity very cleverly, very wisely. And you know what I mean? We can do that. And finally, still on Catholic identity, do something Catholic for employees at the year end, or resolve to do something in the new year that's more Catholic. Example, on certain special feast days, give some time off, or on family events like birthdays or baptism days or anniversaries of weddings, that sort of thing, for your employees, grant them some time to go and celebrate and to pray in thanksgiving for these wonderful events in their life. So there you go. 5 year-end tune-ups for your Catholic business. Number 1 on the store layout and prep. Number 2 on a home-based business, branding and marketing. Number 3, cost control. Number 4, revenue analysis. And by the way, combination of cost and revenue. And then also number 5, Catholic identity. If you do these things, it will focus you a little bit for next year. It will help you to become a little more analytical. You'll learn some important concepts like the elasticity of demand and comparative statics, and even revenue and cost analysis. So as a business person, whether it's a side gig, a small home-based business, or an actual store or shop layout, you can be a smarter business person while maintaining your Catholic faith and demonstrating so. So you can be Catholic and successful in business, believe it. It's the Catholic CEO, Henry Kutarna. God bless you. See you later on.